Alright guys, Mr. Bowers here again. Gosh, I hate that light, that big bright light shining on me, but anyhow, gotta jump into math. Gotta start sometime, right? But here we go. So, little review. If you had Miss Williams or Miss Raines last year, I know they do an excellent job, but this is so important to being successful in 7th grade math. We always revisit it every year and make sure we know how to do these operations. So, first thing we're going to talk about is integers. What is an integer? All right, an integer. We don't use that word every day. Like, you know, we don't say, how many integers did you make at work today? No, we don't say that, you know. Can I borrow 5 integers? No, you won't. Anyhow, we don't use that word much. So an integer is any number that is on the number line. So 1 is an integer, 4 is an integer, 87 would be an integer, 1,212,000 would be an integer. And we also have negative numbers, right? -1, -2, -3, I'll keep on going. -87, -212, they're all integers, all right? It's got to be on the number line to be an integer, all right? We don't have decimals, we don't have fractions, right? So those are called rational numbers. Anyhow, these are integers. And we're going to learn how to do the 4 basic operations with integers, all right? So in math, you got to think of yourself as a surgeon, and a surgeon can do operations. You know, we got brain surgeons, we got foot doctors, we got doctors that take out your appendix, your tonsils. As math doctors, we can do 4 things, 4 basic things with these numbers. We can add, we can subtract, we can multiply, and we can divide. We've been doing most of this since we could count. 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. We learned to add fingers, you know. 2 plus 2 is 4, all right. 5 plus 3 is 8. We can multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. But now we got to throw in the mix these daggone negative numbers, all right. So today we're just going to start baby steps. We're going to start adding integers, okay. So let's go ahead and get started here with adding integers. That's an E. Adding integers. Okay. So let's start with little numbers. No sense going crazy here, you know. Just watching now. Watch and listen. All right. We're going to see that there's patterns in math. Patterns show up all the time. So let's pick the same numbers here. Let's do 5 plus 3. All right. Now, we're in 7th grade now. I'm sure they did it in 6th grade too. We got to get in the habit. Remember, integers are positive and negative, right? That's 5. We know it's positive 5. We don't write positive 5 like that and positive 3 all the time because we're lazy. Why do that? We don't have to, right? We just know if there's nothing in front of it, it's positive, right? If we want to make it negative, we put the negative sign in front of it. But we got to get used to saying positive 5 plus positive 3, all right? And the way this is, if I was to model it, we all know it's 5 plus 3, if we can count them, that's 8, right? But if I was to model that or show it in a picture, what we're doing, we got 5 positives, 3, 4, 5, and we're adding 3 more positives, 3. And this equals 8. Positive 8. We always kind of circle our answers in math, all right? Positive 8, right? I'm going to back up because we're going to need this room here. We're going to need this room and just put the answer there. 2 positive 8, all right? All right, let's go to the next one. Let's do a positive 5 and change it to a negative 3. I don't know why my smart board does a little curly Q right down the middle like that, all right? This one, the signs were the same. Positive plus a positive, and we got a positive 8. This one, we got a positive and a negative, all right? I think it's going to help if we model this again. So to do that, this one here, 5 positives, would look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positives. And to that, we're adding 1, 2, 3 negatives. Now, we all know if you got a positive and a negative, they cancel each other out, right? So this cancels out, this cancels out, this cancels out, and we're left with 2 positives, right? 2 positives. I'm going to get rid of this model. and put down positive 2. Now look at that one. The signs were different. We got a positive added to a negative, and it turned out positive. I think it's because we had more positives there, but let's check this. Let's do it this way. Let's do a negative 5 plus a positive 3. All right, we'll switch them up and see what happens. All right, so let's model this one. This is 5 negatives, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 positives. 1, 2, 3. We know that they cancel each other out. Gone, gone, gone. We're left with 2 negatives this time. 2 negatives, okay? Whoa, one arrow. So our answer is negative 2. All right? So this one, the signs were different, just like this one, but our answer went negative instead of positive because we have more negatives. Whichever number is bigger, that's the answer is going to be. The 5 is bigger than 3, so we have 5 negatives, right? Here, the 5 is bigger than the 3. That's why we have more positives. One last one here. Let's do 2 negatives. A negative 5 plus a negative 3. Negative 5 plus a negative 3. So let's model this guy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives. And we're adding 1, 2, 3 more negatives. All right? So think about it. I got 5 negatives in this end. And I got 3 negatives in this end. I'll put them together. Yeah, I got 8 negatives. That's 8. So let me get rid of that. That is negative 8. All right. Let's step back here a second, guys, and see if we can find a pattern. Same signs, we kept the sign, didn't we? If the signs are the same, the answer was going to be that. So a negative plus a negative, negative. Positive plus positive, positive. This one, the signs are different. Whichever one was the bigger number, 5 is bigger than 3, that's what the answer was. That's why that one ended up positive 2. This one, we had the 5 is bigger than the 3, and that means the answer is going to be negative. All right? All right, so what I want you to do now, I'm going to put 3 questions up on the board. Go get a piece of paper, stop it, pause it. I'm going to put 3 questions up on the board, or 4 questions, and you practice them. All right? So let me put 4 questions up here. Let's do negative 9 plus positive 3. Let's do negative 3 plus negative 9. Let's do positive 2 plus negative 5. And one more here. I'll do it down here at the bottom. Let's do positive 7 plus positive 3. All right. Got your paper? Write these down. Write these down on your paper. Pause it. Stop, because I'm getting ready to do them. And I don't want you to just do them along with me. I want you to try them, and then you can check your answers. All right? So let's do this together. So we got a negative 9 plus positive 3. Signs are different. The 9 is bigger, so I know my answer is going to be negative. I haven't done any math yet. I just know my answer is going to be negative because we got more of them. All right? Then I have to subtract. 9 minus 3 is 6. That one is negative 6. We got more negatives. That's why our answer is negative. This one, first thing I look at is my signs. My signs are the same, so I know they stay the same. My answer is going to be negative again. And then all I got to do is put them together. I got 9 in this hand, 3 in this hand. That is 12. This one, positive 2 plus negative 5, okay? Signs are different. Not even looking at the numbers. I see a positive and negative. The signs are different, and we're adding. Now I look for the bigger number. 5 is bigger than 2, so my answer is going to be negative. I haven't even looked at the numbers yet. I know my answer is going to be negative. All right? So we got 5 negatives, and we got to subtract 5 minus 2. The answer is negative 3. Last one is a positive 7 plus a positive 3. Signs are the same, so I know my answer is going to be positive. And all I got to do is put them together. 7 in this hand, 3 in this hand, put them together, I get a 10. Integers, adding integers. Hopefully this was just review, right? Hopefully this was just review. But remember, same sign, keep the sign, add them numbers together. Different signs, keep the sign of the bigger, and you got to subtract to get your answer. Isn't that crazy? We got to subtract to get the answer to an addition problem. But that's the way integers work, right? All right. Peace out. Hopefully you got those 3 right. And yeah, until next video.